Welcome to the Aimmee Kardashian Show and the experts, where we bring some of the top experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. Sometimes we bring inspirational stories just to let you see your life in a whole different perspective and inspire you to take action towards a better life. I am your host, Aimmee Kardashian.
Not Kardashian. And I am your co-host, Stephanie Thompson. I'm a classically trained singer-songwriter. Well, in this episode, we are going to have Joan Peck back on the show, and she's going to talk about how AA doesn't always work for everyone. And right now, we have Dr. Donald Ozello, and he's going to be talking about his book, Running, Maximize Performance and Minimize Injuries.
Wow. Well, welcome, Dr.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Aimmee.
Nice.
Thank you, Stephanie, for having me on the show.
Sure,
I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here.
Yes, well, it's nice to have you. Before we start about your
Yes.
subject, I just want to tell everyone the first speech I ever did give, you were there.
That's correct.
The
I was
first
present,
speech.
yes.
And that
That
was
is
like
amazing.
over 10 years ago.
Probably around that time,
Around
yes.
that time,
Yes.
around 10 years ago. And I went to Toastmasters. I don't know if you're familiar with Toastmasters. If you're not, it's a great place to learn how to become a speaker, and just not speaker, to just be telling about your business or whatever you need to talk about. And that day you inspired me because you were so impressed about how I was speaking. I was like, oh, that's good. So-
Definitely. Yeah, Toastmasters is an excellent organization. I learned a great deal about public speaking, learned a great deal about leadership and organization. Plus, I made some very good
Friends.
business contacts.
Yes.
But I do remember meeting you. I remember it was the first meeting that you had attended with the chapter that I was in.
Yes.
And you gave your presentation. It was very good. I remember giving you well, it wasn't an official evaluation like we do at Toastmasters, but I do remember providing you feedback on your presentation, and I was very impressed with how strong that it was.
Thank you. And back then my English was really not not like today. My grammar, because I didn't know my English wasn't too correct, and my husband, made it American, my husband never corrected me because he always understood what I was talking about. So I just want to mention that how long ago we met, and now you're on my show.
Yes,
so
yes.
welcome.
Well, thank you
welcome.
for having me.
Of course, we're here just to learn a lot from people like you, from doctors like you, where you could help us a lot about our body and,
Yes.
and all that. So can you tell us a little bit about your practice?
Oh, sure thing, sure thing. My practice here in Las Vegas is located on Flamingo and Durango. I've been here in Las Vegas for about 10 years. My practice is called Championship Chiropractic. I have a family practice. I treat everybody, all ages, all health levels. My youngest patient right now is about 6 years old. My current oldest patient is about 84 years old. But I have treated people who are younger than that, and I have treated people who are older than that. In my practice, like I said, it's a family practice, but my passion, the thing that I really love to do is to treat athletes. And they don't have to be competitive athletes. They can be recreational athletes. They can be someone who is just going out and taking their dog for a walk to help their own fitness level and their health level. So it's folks of all ages, athletes of all sports, all levels, that I try to help so that they can perform better and that they can feel better.
So in your opinion, when you say athlete, it doesn't
Yes.
have to be football player or basketball player. You're talking about athlete that they like to be active.
Exactly.
Anyone
Yes.
like
Yes.
to be active and they're not able to be active because of their injuries. You are here to help them heal and have more, and probably you give them some exercise to even adjust their body where they could
Of
really,
course. Yes.
I'm sure Stephanie probably have some questions for you about.
Yeah, definitely.
some things.
I am one thing that I really try to push. I am a big advocate of what's called patient education, where I am teaching the patient things that they can do outside of my office to help themselves either prevent injuries, prevent a reoccurrence of an injury, or to just maintain the level that they're at, or move on to the next level, to recover from their injuries. That is so important. That is one of the things that I see a lot when I first started practicing, was someone would get injured and we'd get them better, and they just jump right back into their training, right back into their competition, and they would get re-injured. It may be a new injury, it may be a reoccurrence of the old injury. So that's something that I really started to stress was patient education, teaching people things that they could do outside of my office, in the gym, at home, different positions where they're sitting, where they're sleeping, all types of things, exercises, strengthening, stretching, that they could do to help themselves be healthier, be fitter, improve their function, improve their level of competition, improve their training, overall just improve their life.
So many people have injuries, and
course,
then
yes.
they get injured again, which we're going to be talking more about that. But what happened is they do they do surgery, best doctors and all that, but they don't walk away with enough information.
Yes, well that's one of the things.
That's why you come in. They do, they go to therapy and they learn a little bit, but not continue with education about that. And I think Stephanie probably she could relate to that.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. I've injured my knee 3 times, as I was telling you
3
earlier.
times.
And so I'm wondering at what point, because I tore my meniscus, my
Yes.
ACL,
Okay.
and my MCL. So after I did that, what point do I come to see you? Because I went to the surgeon, I talked to him, and then I went through the surgery, and I had the physical therapy.
Yes.
But where do you fit in all of that?
Well, everybody's a little bit different.
Okay.
First of all, as a doctor of chiropractic, my main objective is to reestablish proper skeletal motion. I'm trying to get the joints moving properly. What that does is it optimizes nerve flow so that we have the proper nerve signal coming from the brain, going all the way down, coming right back up.
Okay.
Now I do that in the spine and I do that in all the extremities also. Okay, so we want to make sure that everything's functioning the way that it should and those proper nerve signals are moving the way that it should. Now to answer your question, everyone is a little bit different, so it just depends on what stage that they're at. I have treated people who have had a serious injury like you have, who need surgery, and we have done what we call prehab, which is what they do before they have surgery.
Oh, that
Okay.
is interesting.
Yeah.
I never heard
Would've
that
known
before.
that, yeah.
And I never heard that before.
That is something where when the person goes into their
Okay.
surgery, they have a head start.
Probably
Okay.
sets them
They
up
have a
for a
jump.
better
Exactly.
results.
Yes.
Okay, so before we have 4 segments, so we have 3 more segments.
Yes.
One more segment with you, and then
I
we'll go
understand.
with my
Yes.
other guest. I would like you to give your information, your website, and
Sure
where
thing.
they can
Okay.
get hold of you.
Yes,
How's that
yes.
sound?
My website is called championshipchiropractic.com. It actually, if you go to it, it'll say under construction, but if you go down, and you click on, you could go to the old site.
Okay.
On the old site, I have numerous articles that I've published. I used to write for livestrong.com. I used to write articles for the Las Vegas Informer. I used to write articles for On Fitness Magazine. So there's a lot of those articles in there. I have numerous videos, all about patient education, things that people
That's
can
nice.
do to help themselves to prevent these injuries and recover
Okay.
from these
And
injuries.
can
What
they
is
get
your
your book
website?
there?
Yeah, well, my book there, the very first page of the site has a link to the Amazon page for my book.
Okay, so
Perfect.
what is the website?
The website is championshipchiropractic.com.
Say it again.
Championshipchiropractic.com. And I could be emailed at dro@championshipchiropractic.com,
Okay,
which
we
is
did-
Dr. O at championshipchiropractic.com.
When we come back, we're gonna give them some tips, techniques on
Yes.
how to before you even do the surgery, and maybe after too. So I hope you're enjoying this interview like I am. I'm learning a lot here, but there is more to learn. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.